we get asked lots of different questions around where is the state of AI at the moment, and more importantly, how can we include it in our business, our product, or our own proof of concepts. So we just thought we'd put out a little bit of a video, really just to understand where the state is, how are SMBs using AI, how are startups using AI, and effectively what are the easy ways to get on and get a project going.
Yeah, cool. So in terms of the AI ML scene in general, there's been a huge amount of development. If you track Amazon's product releases in generative AI, ML models that are available, and how quickly you can actually prototype these to a standard that meets a business value need. The off-the-shelf AI tools are developing rapidly. Bedrock bringing its generative AI capabilities and what you are able to do just from a prompt engineering front end to create some really cool products and solutions to either, and that's especially within SMB, that's evolving massively. And we're kind of moving away, even though SageMaker Studio made it really easy from an ML ops team to deploy and manage workloads, and SageMaker Jumpstart kind of gave you that real head start with that. These products are even making, if you've got the specific need and you can make the right product, right pipe fit with that now these days, getting to a proof of concept or even MVP stage with them is becoming a lot more rapid.
So I don't actually have any experience with Bedrock myself. It's fairly new out at the time of recording this video, but I understand it's kind of Amazon's answer to ChatGPT, and it's a nice framework and API for people to be able to sort of interact with the large language models.
100%. You've got Claude, Jurassic and Titan as models in there, all large language models. You've got image generation as well, and they're developing more and more in different regions. So in terms of any generative AI requirements, you're able to start utilizing Bedrock for that. It's also got a fantastic fine-tuning capability within it, so you're actually able to start utilizing the foundational models but tuning your own requirements on top of that. So it's gonna start growing in a way that means that it's very easy to meet where the limitations existed before. You still don't need to go to SageMaker.
And I think obviously Amazon are blessed with having quite a lot of data sets, I would imagine, to get ahead. So I wouldn't be surprised, or I'm not surprised, that Bedrock seems to be taking over the world at the moment, as it is, certainly from a developer community perspective, because of the ease of use. And I suppose really just to circle back for SageMaker, so I think where people are enjoying SageMaker, it's more like the more advanced version of AI and actually working what used to be a typical sort of Jupyter notebook. It's kind of like a integrated development environment. It's an IDE just for data science in general. And as anyone that's played with data science know, 90% of data science is cleaning and manipulating data, and SageMaker just seems to be coming up trumps from that perspective, right?
Yeah, 100%, especially in our work's kind of split between startup and SMB. With startups, it's really about SageMaker. Like, they've got tech teams, they're tech businesses, they're making products, SaaS solutions that the whole purpose of them is to leverage the AI backend that they're building. That is the IP, that is the product. So there, you're not really taking the services off the shelf. You are getting really deep into building proper ML operations. So SageMaker Studio has been, I mean, that's also cut down, like where we used to consult with what sort of team would you need to build this. There are so huge amounts of blockers just removed from ML ops, infrastructure management, data security, like all of that is packaged up into the IDE to do that. And that's probably, I'd say 90% of our work with startups is in and around SageMaker Studio. Whereas SMB really is like more so if you've got a technical IT director who's aligning some business value, like some process-driven approaches, whether that's a chatbot in a service industry or a document understanding capability to save some administrative work. These are taking these off-the-shelf services, and Bedrock are allowing us to do projects with SMB without big teams in there that really add business value. So that's the difference.
I'm kind of working with one of the clients at the moment who's just using Amazon Recognition, which is just out of the box sort of image recognition and other types of recognition type technologies, and the actual speed of use for them to get a proof of concept up with the off-the-shelf tech. But they're certainly enjoying that at the moment.
Yeah, and just like in terms of if you have a really good everyone's digital transformation strategy seems to be having 3-4 rows of what their AI ML requirement is, and I think that capability to show somebody in almost less than 45 minutes, a piece of data or a predictive capability around a set of data, or image tagging, or document synopsis. Like it's very easy to fit into your where that would add value. So yeah, definitely.
And probably a note to sort of mention there is that from a technical team perspective, one of the feedback that we get, and good feedback that we get, and how we help teams, is just getting started with, especially with the off-the-shelf stuff, is very, like, the frameworks that are available are very, very easy to work with. And I think the surprise is just, how quickly people can start playing with stuff.
100%. It's very accessible. And that accessibility is something that we've been working a lot with Amazon on. So they've got some fantastic frameworks in both POC and Jumpstart. The SageMaker and all AI products sit under Jumpstart. So it's very easy for us as a partner to do a nice statement of works as to what you're trying to achieve. We get that approved of Amazon, and we can do that on a free funded basis to the end clients. We can have a scope of work that we are spending 4 professional services days with clients to help them build and deliver these projects completely free of charge. And we do a consultancy period before that just to get them up to speed with what that POC needs to be. And that formula is really working.
And I think people ask me, how is it that you're able to get Amazon to sign off budgets and fund credits and stuff like that? You've got to think of the economics from an Amazon Web Services perspective. They only need like 1 in 1,000 or probably 1 in 10,000 to become like a big startup or a Netflix for them to get their money back from a lifetime value of that client perspective. So the startups really enjoy that Amazon, for want of a better expression, will take a punt. All we have to do is put together a fairly half decent business case in terms of what the objectives are and what the startup's trying to achieve, and it doesn't really seem to be that hard to excite Amazon about a project, I've found.
Yeah, 100%. Especially it's how rapidly these tools and products are developing in the space, not just in AWS. If you can capture these AI ML requirements that are growing in every sector and size of business, and you are there first, like if you're the guys doing the project on that platform, then it makes sense in this next 2 years to do that.
There does seem to be a sort of a bit of a mad dash, as it were, for startups to try and almost be the first to market for a particular combination of whether or not it's bring your own models and the off-the-shelf stuff. So we're definitely seeing it come thick and fast for us at the moment.
Yeah, 100%.
And the only other question that I probably wanted to raise is, what is the quickest way that people can get money out of Amazon? That's one of the questions that comes up. So if someone says, look, we've got this idea, we've got a proof of concept, what's the fastest way that they can get something from Amazon and support to get something up and running quickly?
Yeah, so you need to go to and find a partner that you want to work with, understands you, your project, what your team looks like, and it is all through the partner network. So find a partner, speak to your account manager, get aligned with a partner that's able to help you in that specific space. There's lots of hyper specialist partners as well now. So yeah, align yourself with the partner, talk to them about your requirements, draw up your proof of concept. They can help you take that to a statement of work, fund request, and then from there, AWS do the rest.
And then I suppose one other question would be, where do you think some of the more common mistakes? So you do quite a lot of interactions with these startups. So where do you feel some of maybe the misconceptions or the common mistakes that you feel that sort of people fall foul to?
Yeah, great question as well, because I saw a diagram the other day that was explaining the ML process, and it had 2 things at the start. The first one was business validation, right? What are you actually trying to achieve? What's the value of the output? What needs to go into it? And then one of the hardest parts is you need the data, right? Especially in an ML project. The cleaning, processing, or first of all, the availability of the data, but then the cleaning and processing, really think about what you are trying to achieve, and then have you got the data to be able to do that?
Good. I think that was it. All we needed to cover from a video perspective. Anything else, James?
Oh, good.
Good. All right. Well, thank you for watching.